So now I'm just gonna watch Drunk Hides.
Well, Lebo is, Lebo is my original inspiration. You know what I mean? You know,
You know.
people don't really. Now it seems normal, but back then, when we did the original one, when I was saying to them, what I would love to do is to start with a completely African voice. You don't understand what it's saying in the black.
I have to assume that they changed his character because they found the original to be too over the top. But is this character not also ridiculously over the top?
Are you hungry, Zazu? Perhaps we could have a bite together.
In the original film, you understand
So
why
annoying.
Mufasa would still...
I despise guessing games. I quiver with fear. Long live the king.
He has a way of playing with the words and twisting them, and it is all interesting. Every line that Jeremy would give me was interesting.
I felt that
I'm just thinking about how different my life would be if someone else played Scar, or if they like went with other like ideas. You know? Would I even be into the character? I don't even know. These choices are entirely reliant on people having seen the
This shot's lighting looks so awful to me.
original
lighting is
film.
awful.
It's so cheap.
You ruled all of that?
Yes.
Yes. Plural. All of that? I've used this image since my very first YMS review. This image is just here to stay. It's a good image. It's a big mouth. It's a big tongue. Zazu looks like he's on like a bunch of ground meat. Looks like he's sitting on a pile, like a big meat wide.
Good morning, sire.
Good morning, Zazu.
Checking in with the morning report.
Fire away.
Sire!
Morning, Zazu. You have the morning report.
Oh, do you have the morning report? Zazu, you get the morning report. I'm to fall asleep if I don't get the morning report.
Sire!
Sir! Like, why? Completely bored and uninterested.
Sire!
Morning, Zazu.
John, more like John Dielman, because he's slow in the brain and doesn't know how to not do dishes. And it's his idea to start pouncing.
The buzz from the bees.
Ready for some fun?
He no longer... I'm bored. Simba, let's do what I want to do. I'm bored. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Is there an eye flicker when he notices Simba pouncing? No, just there's some frames. This isn't the only one where they forgot to color in the eyeball. Yeah, so the eyeball is like white, and it shouldn't be. It should be yellow. There's frames like this throughout the movie. This isn't the only one. And I don't remember if it's. I think it's a mistake from the original. Like, I'm pretty sure it's in the like the original print. And it's weird that they wouldn't fix this, considering how much other shit that they fixed. It's weird that they wouldn't fix that, right? Yeah, this happens to Simba when he sees Mufasa's ghost or whatever also. There's like a bunch of these. You'd think that they would fix it. If they're gonna fix all the other shit. Okay, this is a fucking awesome frame. Holy shit. Yeah, it's in the original. It's something that has been in the movie since it was in theaters. So it's weird that they didn't fix it though, because of all the other shit that they fixed. It's pretty good. Imagine drawing this one. This one's a good one too. And it's just so clearly not the same actors or animators, you know? It's just like, let's make this worse. How do we make things worse? I'm in a Disney shareholder meeting. How do we make things worse? Oh, I know. With the rest At least they didn't add the Tell Me I'm Adored song. Yeah, well, whatever. The fan animation for that one's good. It would feel inappropriate in the movie, you're right, but I like that an animation of that one exists because it's Scar when he's horny, and I like those things. Okay. So unfortunately, you know what sucks? I had such a vision for how I wanted this part to go. This was going to be one of those like parts where I synced the music up perfectly here. Shit's going down and it's scary versus, how nice, help is on the way, I feel so much better now, thank you. So even though the music's low in the mix, dives into the stampede to save Simba. In the original film, the tone is terrifying and the emotions of the music imply that there's so much at stake. So I synced that up with the film part so that the music is continuous. The score in this scene is incredible. And so I synced that up so that it continues there. Because I'm talking about the music and I want to share the music while I'm talking about it. And unfortunately, in one of the editing streams that got uploaded, this part got claimed. So I'm probably just going to change it to the fucking SNES music or some shit. There goes my vision. The other option would just be fighting the claim, but then, like, I have zero way to determine whether or not it would be a claim that's resolved in 1 day or 3 months. And it could be any amount of time in between. And so when I edit my videos, I try to make sure that there are no claims to start out with, is the goal. It's so low in the mix, you'd think that it wouldn't get detected, but it did. Probably because of the chunk here that isn't being talked over. Maybe I'll like upload 2 versions of it, and then if the claim gets resolved in a couple days, then I can just, you know, maybe. I don't know. Let's see how it works with the other. Because, you know, with the like Sega Genesis stuff, it actually still sounds pretty good. I don't know if we have that same spot though. I don't know if we have that. There it is. Yeah. And then we can compare to the NES one, but I highly doubt that it's going to sound as good as the Genesis one. It's not as good. That sounds cringe. Yeah, Genesis. Genesis all the way. Voices. Scar!
Help me!
Scar!
Help me!
That's what he sounds like. You'll see. Chew and tell. Edgy floor. Cake? No! No! I can't even imitate it. It's so bad. There's no shadow from Scar, there's no close-up of Mufasa's eyes, there's no color or lighting changes to communicate emotions from the characters. You know, any one of these techniques sound like they would be pretty fucking useful in a film where you've decided to omit facial expression. What a fucking idiot. Saya! Mufasa fucks. Where's Sarabi?
County out!
County out. S E X.
And the priest in The Little Mermaid getting a boner.
The cover, the VHS cover of The Little Mermaid also has a giant penis on it. Interested. I can't do that. Bored and uninterested. What a terrible movie. I just made it funny. I did what Jon Favreau couldn't.
Never.
Don't even give a shit right now.
That's very good.
What an...
That's very good. I'm Mufasa. That's very good.
I would have, like, if they'd put Keith David as Mufasa, that would have been just fine.
Morning, sire.
Good morning, Zazu.
Checking in with the morning report.
Fire away.
Sire.
Morning, Zazu. You have the morning report.
Yes, sire.
This time.
Sire.
It's so bad. Where's Sarabi? County out. A Monocugno's tradition. There's countless flubbed lines in this movie. What I meant was, like, there's endless bad takes and flubbed lines and just mistakes. You shouldn't be able to quote a movie this many times with just bad takes. You know? Like a $260 million Disney movie directed by Jon Favreau.
Don't forget it gets bigger.
It gets big. That's just bad writing. The movie was bad because Beyonce wasn't in it as much as she should have been. She should have played Simba. And Scar and Mufasa. And James Earl Jones should have played Nala. Now I'm gonna be thinking about that. I don't know if we'll catch any more because I think that they were purposefully using different versions of take. I think that they would have been purposefully. I think that they're so stupid they didn't realize. I found another one, by the way. I found another one that's really obvious. Because there's a moment where he sounds like two different people in like one line. Yeah, there's another spot where it's really obvious they used another take.
Help me.
Wait, here it is.
Scar. Help me.
Sounds like two different people. Scar.
Help me.
It's literally like you used an old take.
Scar. Help me.
It's really bad. Yeah, they just took old James and stuck him in there.
That help me line did bug me the first time I heard it. I just couldn't put my finger on why.
Yeah, no wonder it was unused from the first film. Don't ever talk to me or my son again.
Best technique for a roar, I think you gotta put a lot of chest in it. Because roars, people go, ah! That's how little Simba does it. But there's also...
That was good.
Oh. What is our...
This is so cringe. Yeah, he is kind of just gargling. But it's not like the voice actors are really roaring in this film. And then this is pretty funny. There's this weird, awkward B-roll of John. It's just so weird. You can't. It's the most unnatural thing ever. It takes without real. This one at the end is kind of weird. Oh, that's a Mufasa Pog champ. Pog. Yeah, it's worse than The Room. The Room was made by like one person who like doesn't know how to make a movie. This was made by Disney. It was like $250 million or some shit. Jon Favreau, Hans Zimmer. The movie that they were supposed to make was already the blueprint to making a great film was there. So yeah, this is the worst movie ever. I don't understand it. Name a worse movie. I can't think of a worse movie. Like legit. Like you can't go through The Room this many times and keep discovering mistakes. Like it's all done. It's all done, and so much of it is like surface level. This is like it's not just the painting on the building. It's the structural it's the structural integrity of the soil that the building was built on is eroding. You know? And it turns out it was made of balsa wood. And it turns out that balsa wood has cancer. Like, you can keep it's like a fractal painting where you can keep zooming in forever. The molecular structure of this film is like broken.
Out!
I'm sorry, did he say county out?
County out! County out! County out! Headed county out!
There's no M sound at all.
If this is where the monarchy is headed, county out!
I'm so tired. I'm so tired of all of this. If this is where my life is headed, county out. Now, like, why would he say county out? Why would you put that in your movie? Why would you do that? Oh, I'm so sad. Oh man, this is a relic. You can see the dislike button. The screenshot's gonna be worth millions. Zazu. It's weird that you can make a movie and not every character pronounces the name the same. And it's like, well, what's the name? Do they like him? Do they fucking hate this guy?
Help me!
Shka!
Help me!
This is pretty funny though. Ah! Like this is just terrifying, honestly. And then where's that dumb face he makes? Little dumbass. This is like the most expression he ever had in the entire film. They're like, and then Simba smiled in the script. They're like, he can do that? This is like the only shot where he shows any sort of facial expression, which is weird because it seems like John didn't want him to for the whole movie. And then just this one shot, they were like, nah. This is terrifying. It doesn't even look like him. These are the ugliest little motherfuckers I've ever seen. Looks like she's gonna vor him. Simba's pupils are dilated so hard. Can't spell Nala without anal. Now, when I said that, what I meant was... about the character. Yeah, it's like, Shahadi Wright Joseph is the best part about the movie, but it's really not saying much at all. It's like, it's the only thing that isn't cancer. Like, it's not even like, wow, this is great. It's like, this is the only thing that, like, you didn't royally fuck up in with epic proportions of incompetency.
太陽の照らすところすべてが王国だ。
これ全部父さんの国？
そうだ。
Both Mufasa and Scar have naturally soda. That's a funny freeze frame. Duh.
Too hard on him, sire. I remember a cub, a certain headstrong cub, who was always getting into scrapes.
That's just them setting up the prequel, because the Lion King, the Barry Jenkins one, is going to follow Mufasa as like a younger, and so Zazu's. It's literally the line is here just to set up the prequel. What is this shot? What the fuck is this shot? Like, legit, what is this shot? There's no point to this shot either. Like, why are you showing his butt? Anyway, now it's like he's mad. He's mad at it. It's not even for the furries though, because he's like not even. I guess he's technically anthropomorphized, but like it's too realistic. Now Mufasa's really disappointed. And there's no balls. It's too realistic and not realistic enough at the same time. This is another kind of like weird audio issue you don't expect in like a $250 million movie. Is like so a lot of YouTubers have something called a pop screen. I kind of half-ass it because I don't like having that thing in front of my face. And also this is a microphone where you want to get like really close to it. It doesn't really capture as much back here. And so I just have like a cover over this, which blocks enough of it, not all of it. But when I'm recording my lines, I generally just try to, face like my P sounds instead of like that. I don't know what they did here, but you can definitely hear in the prepare. You can definitely hear the wind microphone sound here. You can definitely hear the. It's like one of the. I don't know. It could just be could just be some of the effects they applied onto it later. Like maybe it's just too compressed or something. I don't know what they did. It is kind of weird. You can hear the P sound way too much. This is a great face. This could be like someone's Twitter profile picture right here. Yeah, this is pretty good. The fuck? This is also a very funny image. It's feeding time.
It's feeding time.
Why would they get J.D. McCrary? It's like he can't act. Why did they do that? What did they think was going to happen? I don't even think... Did it even get a nomination for... I think it got a nomination for visual effects, yeah, and then didn't get nominated for anything else.
You jeopardized the future of our pride.
Remember when Mufasa... It is such an asshole thing to say. Like, what the fuck? How does that... That's like a deliberate change. I don't understand how that change can be made. Because one would have to say that is an improvement, because that's a deliberate change, right? I don't understand how that happens. Why would you be in a room with Jon Favreau and the conversation is like, instead of Mufasa talking about how he loves his son, let's have it like, oh, the future of our pride's at stake instead. For what benefit is that happening?
I think those hyenas were even scared.
'Cause nobody messes with your dad.
I think those hyenas were even scared.
It's so cringe, I can't.
Holy fuck, Creepy Sumba just says his lines like he reads them off a sheet of paper.
Yeah, because J.D. McCrary is not an actor. He might act for work, but he's not an actor. Making progress, making bacon progress. Put a bacon in the bacon and put it in the progress. Jump! Leslie Nielsen is there because that's what Mufasa sounds like. How's my wrist doing? It comes back every time I work on this, but I said it would be out this month, so I'm just forcing myself, and we'll see if I hurt myself again. Because, yeah, after this part is released, I'm just, like, I'm not going into part 2 right away anyway. I'm going to have to, like, look into injections or surgery. Like, there's nothing I can do. It's mostly done. There's still a bunch, but it's mostly done. All right, now. Queen Bee, that is. Anybody paying attention, it was pretty obvious why Disney didn't want the song in their remake.
One of our great storyboard artists, Jorn Klubian, took the material, and he and Andy Gaskell, our art director, were really inspired by Leni Riefenstahl kind of fascist documentary stuff.
Well, the idea is when we introduced the yellow lights, it was to...
I think I'll show a poster of, what was it called? Triumph of the Will? But then it's like, if there's a Nazi swastika on the poster, then like, will that just get make the video demonetized? I'm like scared, you know? Maybe I'll just put the demonetization symbol over it. All right, top 3 favorite Nazis. Okay, number 3, Hitler. Number 2, Lars von Trier.
Okay, I'm a Nazi.
Number 1, this guy. Number 4, John. It's my number. If we had a top 4, John would be in it. Hi, hi. Hi, wah, 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 wah. Ha, 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 wah, 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 wah. Ha, 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 ha.
Really?
This clip of John is very unfortunate, isn't it? He holds it there for a long time. What the fuck is he doing?
Nazi thing. So to prove to everybody how not Nazis we are, we're gonna remove the entire song. I know it sounds really.
He's pretty clearly Sieg Heiling, even though in context that's not what he was doing. But like,
everybody,
it's a weird thing to do. It's like, how do you get to age like 50 or whatever he is? How do you get that old and not realize that you're doing a Nazi salute?
I'm not bossy. I'm the boss. I'm not.
What an It's always kind of embarrassing when you make an ad saying, "Hey, don't say this word." Like, it's like, I don't know what you expect to accomplish when you're like, "Hey, everybody, don't call women bossy." That's kind of like a losing battle. I would call it like self-defeating. You know? Yeah. I don't know. That seems like the opposite of what you should do if you don't want to be called that. Or if you want to, like, also, the word ban is what makes it really, really cringe. Ban the word. You want to legislate speech? You want to ban a word regardless of the context it's used? Ban? That's cringe. That's really cringe. You want to ban bossy? I'm all for banning people. But a word? Sorry. Ban bussy. Ban bussy.
Pushy, stubborn, pushy, stubborn, bossy,
Bussy.
Encourage girls to lead. Take the pledge at band. Take the pledge at.
I think the fact that this is like just so shittily photoshopped here, it makes it kind of funnier. I don't know why I made this. It's funny though.
stubborn, pushy.
Wouldn't you inherently be bossy if you're the boss? It's a weird campaign. Who gives a shit about the word bossy? Like, I'm not a woman, but is it that? Why don't you ban like other derogatory terms aimed at women? Like, bossy isn't even in the top 50. Like, there's so many other worse derogatory terms you can call women. It's not even in the top 50. It's not even up there. Bossy is such a tame one. Can someone show me the Applebee's CNN thing? That sounds hilarious. Oh, here we are. Thank you. Wow. Oh no, this is not good. Wow. 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 That's pretty bad. That's pretty not good. You know, it's like, it's not just that, but it's the whole concern trolling thing that happened over like YouTube and the advertisers of like, oh, advertisers don't want to work with YouTube because some people were extremists and you know that whole thing where everybody got demonetized at once. This is the audio commentary and there's peaking.
And Hans.
There's peaking in the audio commentary for the film.
And then Hans.
Also, this edit I've already talked about, which is really weird.
Built a whole musical.
Like where they cut something out for some reason. Like, how did they not... Jon Favreau's not, like, talking very loud. It's difficult for me to get peaking right on my live stream because, like, sometimes I don't have like, what's it called? Monitors going back into these headphones, so I always have to just imagine how it sounds. When I'm recording voiceover for my YMS reviews, I'm, you know, pretty good at not getting peaking, but... Cool. Making some progress. Making bacon progress. Put a macon and take a macon and put it in a take a bacon and put it in the progress. John, you ignorant slut. If I could be an Academy voter, would I do it? I would think about it because on one hand, you know, I could influence the Academy Awards, but on the other hand, my vote doesn't matter. On the other hand, it doesn't mean anything when everybody else is voting shit. So, yo, Gus, you can have crispy fries on a fucking poutine, okay? That exists. Why? You've had cold poutine? Why is it cold? Who made your poutine? Who did that? Where'd you get it? Tell me right now where you had your fucking poutine, because if it wasn't Montreal, you haven't had real poutine. Where'd you have it? Fucking Alabama? Eventually they You've never had it? From the original song, but the delivery is just so awful. You hate the concept? You never even had it! Go fuck yourself, guys! It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Actor and singer that I am.
This is like when...
I watched that and think...
Final video will be around 2.5 hours for part 1. I don't know what part 2 will be. I'm not going to release part 2 for like another year or two, honestly, because I'm not going to work on it right away. I'm going to try and like figure out my fucking arm issues before I'm doing that. Part 1 is my video right now. I'm trying to find... So, the common misconception that I'm pointing out is people think that Scar's plan was to make Simba believe that he caused his father's death. That wasn't Scar's plan. That was just a opportunistic afterthought because Simba survived. His plan was to kill Simba in the stampede. That was the plan. And I'm wondering if there's like a Reddit post or something somewhere where I can like screenshot, where I can kind of show visually that that's a common misconception, because otherwise I'm not going to cut away to Confused Matthew's video. I'm not going to cut away to any video. Well, let's see. Well, let's see if there's like a Cinema Sins, actually. Maybe I can cut away to that, because I don't have any reservations about being mean to Cinema Sins. Let's see. I haven't even seen this. I'm just going to assume he misinterprets it in that way.
Doesn't he just kill and or eat Simba right now? There are no witnesses. And if he's telling him to run away, there's obviously a benefit for Scar to having Simba out of the picture. And he's a wimpy baby lion, who you already tried to have killed earlier anyway. So why send away alive the one dude that can challenge your claim to the throne? This is so much worse than monologuing.
Kill him.
What? This is even worse than not killing him. Why didn't you kill him 6 seconds ago? Why are you letting this turn into a game for the hyena?
I mean, the other lions could probably smell the blood on him, but okay. You know what's crazy? People upvoted Cinema Sins on Reddit at one point in time. When Cinema Sins was like starting to get pop, people were like actually upvoting this on Reddit. Does anyone find this funny or like informative? Like, I swear to fucking God, CinemaSins viewership is like 100% comprised of people that want to see an abbreviated version of the movie and not actually pay for it. I swear to God, that's the only people that watch his channel. And there's a lot, but like I otherwise I don't understand what he's like offering. I'm just seeing if he makes this misinterpretation so I can include an image in my video. It's crazy because CinemaSins has so many fucking viewers. It's crazy how much money they make. Half of it is just like really poor observations. Okay, well, I don't think that we're gonna get what I was looking for out of this, so. Okay, well, it's not, okay. I was assuming that CinemaSins would misinterpret Scar's plan like so many people do. But yeah, like, CinemaSins is just bad content. They don't, like, I don't subscribe to the idea that they're, like, ruining movies or that they're ruining film criticism or audiences, because I've never heard a single person unironically repeat, like, a CinemaSins talking point. I don't think anybody who watches CinemaSins like takes it seriously. I also like they're not watching it to engage with anything he's saying. They're watching it to just watch a shortened down version of a movie. Anyway, yeah, maybe it's just confused Matthew that was confused. And Jon Favreau. Maybe it's just those two people and nobody else thinks that. Maybe it's not a common misconception. Maybe I don't even need that line.
For him to manipulate.
Look at this frame. It's pretty good. Yeah, I hope the copyright is fine. That's a good. That's a pretty good image. I like that. That's pretty good. I couldn't see myself as I was doing it, so.
Hey everyone, it's May 2022, so let's update these Patreon credits. My $5 and up patrons are Wriggle Moss, Speak of the Joker, Black Mama 1993, Mitzi Marcella, Yup, Caden Mack, Andre Philippe, Charisma, The Super One Player, Jacob Arndt, Zachary Kane, Samjul, Cheat.exe, Gothic Sith, Mandelbro, Wales, Bo the Doggo, Gabriel Herrera, Hoofido, Malav Shah, and Lemonade Warrior is participating in the hit game Among Us and is considered the encroacher. Take care, everyone.